With that, I yield to Ranking Member Garamendi.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Congratulations on the chairmanship of this committee, a very important one in my mind, and certainly for all of the nation. I want to also, as fellow Californians, we both realize that very few federal agencies are as important as the United States Coast Guard. We also recognize that our maritime economy contributes almost $649 billion annually to the U.S. gross domestic product and more than 13 million jobs, and remains a key resource for the prosperity of all of the American economy, not least of which are the rice producers and farmers in my district that rely upon the exports, and the Coast Guard has a lot to do with that. In the congressional district that I do represent, we have the beginning of San Francisco Bay and one of the most busy of all the service sectors for the Coast Guard search and rescue. Sector San Francisco also maintains critical aids to navigation that link the ports and the communities, Sacramento, San Joaquin ports, and Stockton Port, the Delta, and of course the Bay itself. This vital activity helps to ensure safe and reliable maritime transportation, and I do like Coast Guard Station Rio Vista, right on the Sacramento River. Also, we have the Port of Oakland, one of the nation's 4th busiest container ports, and the Concord Naval Weapons Station, one of the 5 designated strategic seaports in California. As we export to the world, I hope this committee will also look into ways the Coast Guard can increase its commitment to American manufacturing. The Coast Guard creates jobs by protecting our waterways and our ports. They can also create jobs by implementing a stronger Buy America policy, using our limited taxpayer dollars to make sure that we buy goods and equipment that the Coast Guard needs from companies that manufacture here in the United States. It's no understatement to say that Coast Guard is indispensable. It's hard to actually imagine the smooth functioning of the maritime transportation system without a ready and able Coast Guard. Yet, here we are, Mr. Chairman, virtually days away from seeing indiscriminate cuts imposed by the sequestration, cuts that were clearly going to reduce the Coast Guard's mission perhaps by as much as 20%. And no one seems really able, at least here in Congress, to find a solution to this very serious problem. I want to commend you, Mr. Chairman, for scheduling this morning's hearing on how the Coast Guard can maintain a balance across its 11 statutory missions. All of those missions are important. Not one of them should be subject to the arbitrary cuts that are coming down. However, they will be in just 4 days. Whether it's catastrophic oil spills, illegal narcotics, as you said, Mr. Chairman, the interdiction of illegal entry and human trafficking, all of those things are important, but all of those things are going to be impacted. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to hear from Admiral Neffinger, and then I hope we get about dealing with this sequestration in a balanced and sensible way so that the Coast Guard can go about protecting our citizens, protecting our maritime economy. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the ranking member. I look forward to working with you here over the next term.